Good evening, everybody. My name is Warden, and I will be your host for tonight's entertainment. We've got a couple of things lined up for today. As promised, I will be working on the boulder. As you can see, I've already made a little bit of work on my way to making the place livable. I will also be expanding the borders a little bit today, crawling our way towards spawn in the inevitable little wall that we're going to build around our territory. And hopefully we will be making a couple other pieces of progress, as I would like to get that communications tower that I thought of doing a couple of episodes ago up and running. I'd also like to move my bed out from underneath the stars, because as fun as sleeping outside has been, I am not too terribly fond of being rained on constantly. Ah, there's a note down there. Definitely one of the most annoying parts about extending the territory with the ethereal blooms is having to go and kill underground nodes. They can still cause a tainted biome no matter how far down they are. So you have to go and get rid of them. I have also made the difficult decision, despite my instincts saying to do so otherwise, to start breaking tainted nodes that are within the territory. As much as I would like to keep them around, my node recharge room does do the job more than good enough for me, and as long as the tainted nodes persist as well, they're going to keep putting tainted magic into the atmosphere. And while I originally kept them around because I believe that the world needed a even balance of good and bad magic, logic kicked in and I said to myself, well, all these tainted nodes everywhere, all the time, that certainly can't be balanced for the ecosystem, can it? So I have started to get rid of them, which frees up ethereal blooms for me to further keep expanding. It's actually been quite some time since I've been back to the spawn where I first appeared. Maybe I should go back and check up on it before I proceed to continue making my way towards it. You never know what could be at where you began, after all. Something progress is best made when you look back every once in a while, something like that. Oh, and since it's nighttime, let's go and take this opportunity to go move our bed to its new location. I'll take this. I'll take this. I'll take this. And what else goes in a bedroom? Let's get a flower pot. Let us get clock. Item frame. Oh, my ender chest. I totally forgotten about that. Pick up a nice flower. Alliums are nice. I like alliums. Plus, if you're ever hungry, you can just eat one as a snack. So we go up here. And I know it's probably not the best idea to put your bed directly next to all your thaumaturgical magics, but this is the closest thing I have to a indoor area, as I have not constructed any more buildings around on my other islands, so I will be remediating that very soon. This, put this here, put the clock in. I wonder if there's anything in my ender chest. And let's see. All my shulker book boxes. I mean, it makes sense. This is where I would have all my shit. So like we would have my my valuable stuff. I'd have my my food box, my spare equipment, rockets, ender pearls. Brown was, I think, my scaffolding and blocks. The rest I can't quite remember. My redstone boxes. Oh, and spare linking books. That's about as useful as the first one I have. Which is to say it's not. Let's see. Oh, my crescent hammer got converted. I mean, I guess it makes sense that it would turn it into a wand. Oh, my original tools! It's interesting that it turned them into void metal. I would think that refined obsidian would get converted into stuff like this. But I guess it makes sense. Oh. Oh, these are, these were my totems. I guess if I ever die again, that's getting prevented. Oh, my scarecrow tails, my under chest, my my fucking shulker boxes. I mean, like, I have backups of everything back at base, but this is so much shit. And, it's been a while since I've seen this jacket. I gotta say, it looks like it survived the travel pretty well. If I, let's take my backpack off really quick. Yep. Still intact. This stays on for a while. So all in all, like, some useful stuff, some stuff not as useful. Now that I have Silk Touch, I can pick up my under chest again at least, if I ever need to move it. In fact, why don't I keep an ender chest on me from now on? You never know how useful they are until you need one. And I have not forgotten about my good friend up here, my roommate. I got you something. Let me just get you a little end table. This. Aw, they can't go in flower pots. That sucks. I don't know what to do with these Linky books. I am tempted to throw them away, but I don't know. That feels a little bit too risky right now. Ah, fuck. Oh. Okay, that's why I keep this in my backpack now. Okay. Sorry about that. I've been doing a bit of Thumbcraft research. And it is, well, it's been very lucrative. It's also been, you know, attracting a little bit of, otherworldly attention. Alright, bed moved. Now, what was I talking about again? Right, making the boulder habitable. Sorry. Finding my jacket kind of, sidetracked me a little bit. I admit I didn't think it made the journey. Bummer to lose a bunch of my shit though, especially all those redstone components. A full stack of dispensers. That's gonna be a pain in the ass to craft when I get back home. You know, it has been a while since I've actually, approached this tower. Maybe, once the blooms have cleaned it up a bit, I'll actually go for a raid. That'd be fun. Though, not right now, I think. Not right now. Not right now. How about we sleep and get rid of these bitches? Jesus Christ! Did you see that skeleton? It was like, dunk, 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 dunk. Fuck, man. I am not having that today. You gotta put blooms on the cardinal corners when you break nodes like this, because the very edges of the affected chunks will not get touched. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hey! Isn't that the house that I first came up upon when I spawned in? I think it is. Yeah, I think it is. Let me peep the inside of this. Yeah! Man, I haven't been to this place in ages. Oh, there's still this stuff in here. Let me grab that, actually. Cobwebs are really useful. Though I don't remember... Was this ladder here last time? Maybe my memory's just real bad. What is down here? Oh, it's one of those dungeons, like the ones that are in the Nether. Yeah, I'm out. I'll come back later to this. How about I come back later? As fun as it would be to raid another one of those dungeons and get all that loot, I'm good. For now. You know, like I'm good. Okay, with our little border expansion, and I'm not planning on doing all 4 sides right now, just wanted to do the 2 closest to spawn, let us go and head towards the boulder and see about making a couple of design changes on the interior. Now, I've made this little waterfall as an impromptu side entrance, but I've also made it as a waterfall for the beginnings of this little park that I'm making down here. It's not going to be very lavish, and I haven't been able to find a way to get a hold of dogs that aren't the dogs, you know, from the Twilight. But I am looking for solutions to that issue, trust me. Once I find a way to get a hold of some wildlife down here, it should be pretty trivial to bring it in and plonk it down so that this park is nicely populated. Speaking of populated, I was thinking about laying the groundwork for the boardwalk as well, since we are going to be making this a residential area. I was thinking probably the whole perimeter of this level right here-ish is where we will start. Oh, I guess I should probably use bottom slabs, huh? I know Thaumcraft wood is not spawnable, but it's better to take as few risks as possible. Make this a nice little bridge over the waterfall. Probably, I'm gonna refine this over time, obviously. Like, make this into a nicer shape rather than just a perimeter. But you gotta have the groundwork first before you start refining. Now, I'm going to be doing the same sort of industrial style that I'm doing for my main base in here, since I want to keep the theming consistent, I guess. Plus, like I said, when I was first building the house, you know, the brutalist style lends itself really, really well to post-apocalyptic dwellings. World could end outside and you would be none the wiser, all that fun stuff. Here is a nice natural spot for a window to the outside as well. You know, I gotta make sure that they're able to see the sun and stuff. Don't want a City of Embers type beat situation, you know? Not healthy to have that happen. Okay, that's the basics down. I'm not gonna be able to go all the way around it. I need more great wood for that. But I think this is a cute start. I can add texture and slight elevation changes, but I think over here is a great place to put the entry into the public park, which will be kind of this staircase downward, and then I can have a big window right here to the outside world. Let's use our pickaxe for this, actually. You never know when you might need the stone. So let us fix that. I was going for a heart shape, but then, like, progressively I realized more and more it wasn't gonna work, so I just went with it. Trust me, I'll find a way to put a heart shape in here somewhere. Okay, so I'm gonna need a lot more concrete and limestone to bring this down, but here's what I'm thinking. So there'll be this big landing platform in this area, kind of like a, oh, you need to go for a walk in the park, you've been feeling a little bit down, the seasonal effect is getting to you. You take these nice little stairs down here, which might be a little bit more sloped than what I'm currently doing, actually. And you come down here, and you're like, ah, it feels so nice to be in nature. And then maybe there's like a cat or something there, like a village cat that you can go pet. Does that count as having an outdoor cat if it's in a ronk? I'm not certain. Don't let your cats outside, guys. It's bad for them. And the environment. But mostly them. Hot take of the day. And then over here, I'm thinking maybe the town hall? Like some sort of central, like, area where they can all gather together to make group decisions would probably be a good idea. So I'll put a window over here as well. Yes! Now I can have the heart shape. I'll have to trim these out in little bits of wood and stuff, or concrete and limestone and such. But yeah, this will be the town hall. I'll go and I'll get some signs actually to go and mark these areas out, so I'll be right back. Okay, signs get. So I'll put this here. Entry to the park. Then we go over here, place a sign down. And then, thinking residential stuff in between, like in the in this area and in this area, and maybe between the entry to the park and the town hall. Wooded area, animals, benches, and places to hang, places to chill. Maybe I can have a secondary area as well that's like a little marketplace type thing. Sort of a, if we have this as the residential and services area, and then down here is the park, maybe there's like a platform on this level or something that's like their little area where they can trade with one another. Because a couple of them are from disparate villages and might want to exchange some goods with one another so that they can get to know each other a little bit better. That's what I'm thinking. So I'll put this here as just a potential commerce area. And let me think. Definitely want to improve this waterfall a little bit. I wanted to go for like the split sort of cliffs type thing that you see in art all the time, but it's currently a little bit messy. I think partially due to the scale. A big reason a lot of builders build on huge scales is because it's easier to get more detail in that way. Detail gets harder to do the smaller you go, which is why builders will very frequently build huge stuff. It's not just to flex, it's also because like there's a practical application. And that's what makes stuff like carpenter's blocks and chisels and bits so powerful, because it allows you to get stuff that you normally would only be able to get on a larger scale in a smaller scale, which allows you to build smaller and take up a little bit less room. Because a big project also means big decorating. I'll leave the signs and the rocks in here. So yeah, that's the village being planned. Let's do a little bit of touch-up work on the outside of the boulder, how about? So one of my main issues with the boulder is that it's too smooth. It is too smooth and clean looking. So what we want to do is with this boulder is we want to convey that it's like a big chunk of rock. So we'll add a little bit of texture to this, similar to what I did in the cave there. Except I'm gonna add andesite to the block palette since it matches the texture of stone very nicely, but has a separate texture from it. So what we're doing is we're knocking out bits and pieces of the stone and adding a little bit of andesite. Maybe knock out a couple of stuff here, add some cobblestone, because cobblestone adds a really nice bit of texture. Come over here. Add a little bit of this. And see, it's already looking a little bit better. Already looking a bit better. Gravel in this texture pack doesn't match very well with stone, but in other texture packs it sometimes does, so I would definitely look into that as also adding that to a stone and gray textured block palette. Another important thing to do is also make sure that your texturing is consistent. So when you do texture jobs like this, make sure that each part of your build has like a consistent look to it so that patches of it don't stick out too terribly much. So over here where I've done terraforming for the waterfall in the side of this, I'm going to be knocking out a couple of blocks, altering the textures of others, and rearranging them so that they are consistent across the board. Another thing about texturing is to make sure that the base block that you're using, whatever it happens to be, does still have room to breathe and express itself. Like, you still want it to be visible as part of the structure and not get drowned out by too much texturing, because doing too much texturing can create too much visual noise, and I think I've spoken about this before, about the importance of managing visual noise and giving the eye places to rest when you're creating things that are busy. And texture does create noise and adds a busyness. So you want to be managing that properly and making sure that everything is still consistent with itself and looks good and doesn't feel too chaotic or out of place. There. See how much of a difference that makes? When you look at this, especially from a distance, where it really, really matters, when you look at this versus this, like, you can markedly see the difference in the way your eye sort of travels over the boulder. The cobblestones create these little dark spots, clusters of texture that draw your eye around, whereas the andesite kind of is consistently smooth with the stone, but still creates this sort of patches of interest here and there that pull your eye around the shape of the boulder. And you also want to do this anywhere else that you want the aesthetic to be consistent. So for me, it's important that the waterfall is consistent with the outside, because it's kind of like the main way I get in and out of here, aside from using the other various holes that I've created, is on the waterfall. So I consider a waterfall to be an extension of the outside. And plus, if you do your texture right, it can properly convey weathering and aging and all that good stuff that really brings life and vibrancy to a build, no matter how stale it initially was. And see, even just that little bit of texture there at the top of the waterfall, suddenly it is way less bland. Now I'm going to be doing some of this, the rest of this actually, off camera, because I don't want to spend the entire recording block just circling around this boulder replacing blocks and texturing them, but you can really pick out the difference, and the difference is only going to be made more and more apparent when I add more and more details, such as carpenter's blocks and dirt and clumps of mossy stone that will really add age and life and make it look chunky and old. And it is also a finishing touch that I'm also going to be applying to my other islands as well, not just the leaves and the vines, which, by the way, have turned out amazingly. Put that aside and showcased. What else was I gonna do? Right, I think I was gonna head back to spawn. Yeah, that was it. I was gonna head back to spawn and see if anything's changed over there, because we did find that old house, I think it was, or dungeon. Entrance to the house, like, it's been populated by monsters, but maybe it wasn't always a den of creatures. Maybe there was more to it. But yeah, I was gonna head back to spawn and see if there's anything over there that I can any information about how the error with the book managed to happen in the first place. So let us head off in that direction. Ah, there it is. Okay. Ow. Ow. Okay. Don't land. Don't do that. Huh. There's a note above it. That's pretty rare. Looks like not much has changed. Impact places it so that I came from this direction. Is there anything this way? Not that I can tell. Okay, so I guess that's not special. Nope, that's not special. Is this special? Maybe the note is special. Let me see. You know what? It's late. I'm gonna head home, actually. I need to go sleep this off. It's late. It's late. It's late. Let's go to bed. Let's go to bed. It's late. Yeah, it's late. It's late. It's late. It's late. It's late. Not here. Not here. Not here. It's just me. It's just me here. It's just me on this tainted planet all by myself. There's nobody else here. There's nobody else here. It's just me. It's just me. It's just me. Now, let's move on to getting some work done. Oh. Oh, no, no, no. No, 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 no. Nuh-uh. Not one of these again. Oh, shit. Shit. It's so fucking dark. Oh. Okay. It's just a nightmare. It's just a nightmare. I'm having a nightmare. It's just a nightmare. I'm having a nightmare. It's just a nightmare. I'm having a nightmare. It can't hurt me. It's not real. It can't hurt me. It's not real. It can't hurt me. It's not real. Okay. 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 It can't hurt me. And if it's a nightmare you want, then fine. I'll play along. I'll play your game. Good opening. Good closing. Okay, no exploring for me, I guess. Looks like I'm going down the spooky elevator. Where do you want me to go, huh? I'm not liking this. I'm not liking this. Can we go up? Maybe we should go up. Okay, never mind. We're going down. Some more. Oh, that's a good one, Nightmare. Real good, keeping me on my toes. Keeping me on my toes. But you know what? This nightmare's been pretty generic. Pretty generic. Spooky hallway. Ooh, it's dark. Black corruption. Ooh, eye on the floor. Ooh. You.
There you are. You certainly took your time.
What are you doing here?
Waiting for you, of course. It's been so very long since I've seen you. My lost little eye.
You stay away from me. Come anywhere near me and I'll...
Come any closer. Little one, I was here first. I've been here all along, waiting for you to come home.
No. No, this is a nightmare. This is a nightmare. I'm dreaming, and I'm going to wake up. And...
You will wake up when I'm done with you, child.
What do you want? You fucking nasty piece of shit.
For you to come home, to return to us, to give me back what you stole.
Go to hell! I'd sooner jump in the void.
We will see, won't we? If you want to stop me, little one, come find me.
No. No, 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 no! This can't be happening. This can't be happening. This... I have to call for help. I have to call for help. I have to call the team. I have to build the tower. I hope they're on the other side. Red tree. Rev key. Just please be there, guys. I need you.